With arid landscapes and natives dressed in bright colors, this country has many thirsting for Jesus. Watch how AWR plants the seed of music in the heart of a young woman. I am Cami Utman, and we are in Tanzania. This is AWR 360. Music has a unique way of ministering to the soul. It uplifts hearts and draws people to our Savior. Meet Remy, a young woman who developed a passion to sing as a young child. She's a beloved member of her church choir, and she praises God for His miraculous leading in her life.
From a very young age, I always loved to sing.
Being raised in the Maasai culture, it is not customary for women to receive a formal education. Most cannot read or write, and this is why the radio is so important in these remote areas.
But by God's grace, I was chosen to be given an education at a private school.
She faithfully studied hard and graduated. Then she was chosen by the government to teach in a nearby secondary school. This is when her journey to know Christ began.
I was new in town, and I felt very alone.
For company, she turned on her radio and found that there was only one channel that came in clear. It was Adventist World Radio.
This station gave me comfort, and I enjoyed hearing the songs.
A few days later, at the end of a radio program, a beautiful song filled the air. It deeply touched her, and she began to sing along.
As I listened, I had to know which choir sang, so I could join them in the church they attended.
As the days passed, she never once heard the name of that choir, yet always enjoyed listening to their music. It was at this time that she made the decision to move to another province, hundreds of miles away. Only days after arriving, while looking for a place to live, she met a young man who was familiar with the area.
I asked him if he could help, and he said he would be available that very day. He had plans for that evening, but would be happy to help me till then.
Since he had just finished work, he needed to return home to drop off his tools. As they arrived at his house, he played a DVD for her to watch while he put away his things. But then, she was surprised by what happened next.
The DVD played the very song I had come to love on the radio.
Immediately, she raced to ask him, "What is the name of this choir, and where is their church?" To her surprise, he replied, "It is here, in this very city, and I am one of their singers." In fact, he was headed to church that very evening for choir practice. Remy begged to go with him. She could not believe what was happening. As they walked into the church, she recognized the familiar sound that warmed her heart for so long. A beautiful smile spread across her face as she was fully immersed in that moment. She quietly started to sing along. Many of the choir members noticed her singing and invited her to join in with them.
I felt peace, love, and joy.
After studying, she was soon baptized and joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
I thank God for His direction and for AWR for turning my life to Jesus.
Friends all across the globe, AWR broadcasters are reaching the people of the world in their own languages. But we cannot do this alone. We need your fervent prayers and financial support. With your help, others around the globe will be singing songs of Jesus' love, just like Remy. From broadcast to baptism, this is AWR 360.